Hello, y'all. Peace and love to the people. Peace and love to the people. This is High Priestess Jamila. I wanted to start this off by saying rest in peace to DMX. I knew he would be gone. And I just had a feeling that it was the end for him. But you can put up your prayers anyway. But sometimes it's just meant to be. Um, and I'm gonna chill on doing any readings on him for a while to give just, I don't know, out of respect. So it'll probably be at least another couple of weeks before I actually do any readings on the whole situation as far as the circumstances of his death, what happened, and then where he's at in the afterlife, which when he went brain dead, that meant that the soul had left the body. Okay. And I kind of knew he was gone. And now personally, it's been done before to where people can make it back to their body and they can wake up, but evidently the family thought it was fit to go ahead and remove him from life support. I haven't saw any official articles on that, by the way, only a couple of YouTube videos. Right now, I don't think anybody really knows what the hell is going on unless they have some sort of connection to the inside of that. So, okay. Young Pharaoh's channel gets deleted from YouTube. He's very upset about it. He's threatening to sue. Um, he might have a case, is what Spirit is telling me. But this is one of the main reasons why young Pharaoh was attacked and targeted for takedown with some of the recent statements that he had made about Little Nas X. Okay, is one reason. The anti-Semitic comments. Did Jews flag him for saying anti-Semitic comments? I don't think so. I don't think that they did. Now if he said any anti-Semitic comments on his channel, of course, the channel would absolutely be flaggable. Okay. And see, I wasn't subscribed to Young Pharaoh at the time that he was taken down, and I haven't really been watching any of his material. And it's not that I have anything against him. It's just us. It's a few things that I kind of didn't agree with, but of course you're not going to agree with what everybody says all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're not. But I believe that on YouTube, if you are a black man, you are supposed to either be gay, cooning, dogging and dissing a black woman, or you're supposed to be down with the transgender, gay, LGBT agenda. I believe that this is why ultimately a lot of black people's channels are targeted, is because you're not cooning. If you are a coon on YouTube, you can go very far, okay, especially if you're a black person. So the comments that he said about Little Nas X. For the first time, I went over there to look at Little Nas X's video. I didn't even look at the whole video, not interested in his music at all. Um, and so I didn't even really listen to the song or look at the video. I just kind of skimmed through it. But it has 41 million upvotes. Okay. His video has 41 million upvotes and a bunch of thumbs down, like in the hundreds of thousands of thumbs down. Part of the reason is because, and I'm gonna tell y'all that there's a lot of people that are a little upset about that, including people that come on here with regular content. Young Pharaoh was saying that he felt like he was being targeted as a heterosexual. Okay. And that's just what it is on YouTube. If you are not a man that is representing the current agenda against the whole world. If you're not down with Agenda 21, if you are not down with completely destroying the earth, I guess, because earth is healing itself, then you gonna get targeted for takedown, and you got to be careful with some of the stuff that you say. Okay, where the heck? Good grief, y'all must be all off somewhere distracted. I only been live for 5 minutes, and YouTube has been blacklisting me a lot. They've been blacklisting me a lot. He spoke out about pedophilia and against pedophilia. Those are things that are a no-no for Black men to be too. You can't be too passionate about those subjects. And when you get a heterosexual Black male, his energy is going to be very powerful, especially when he is speaking powerful language to the people. They don't want a Black person that is on the agenda of being a real person. They want you to either be the funny mirrors, they want you to either you're just not allowed to be a regular Black person on YouTube. You've either got to be gay, lesbian, or either down with some kind of satanic agenda, okay, in order to be here. And it's really sad the way that they don't want to hear anything that a Black person has to say. They will not listen to you if you are a Black person that is about your family, if you are about the family unit, okay? Because regardless of what anybody says, even a single mother ain't out living some kind of, you know, um, alternate lifestyle, which in my opinion is got a lot to do with transhumanism anyway. So if you're a Black person and you speak out and you have said, I don't like Nas X's video, I am speaking out against it as a human being that is tired of seeing brown men being depicted in that way. Evidently, they're not allowed to get any upfront airplay if they are just a regular man. Okay, and that's just like in Hollywood when oh man, what was his name? And they killed him and cloned him. God, what is that man's name that played he was in the funny skits about God damn it, I can't think of his name. Dave Chappelle. Even with Dave Chappelle, he spoke out about it. He said, the reason why this is happening to me in Hollywood is because I refuse to put on a dress. So if you have any kind of real masculine energy as a Black man, you better be using it for their agenda. You better be using it for their benefit. Otherwise, you going to get shunned and blacklisted, just like with my channel. Why y'all think I got my subscribers hidden? They was like, shut up, do your readings, don't speak out about things that are obviously happening around you. And I refuse to do that. So that's why my channel got blacklisted. I don't care. This is a spiritual channel. I can have 5 people watch and still make spiritual dollars. Now, this platform is very useful for advertising your business. That's why I keep it light. I don't come on here with no inflammatory, because see, when a Black man or a woman gets to preaching, or what they call gets to reading situations, and they get to raising up them chakras, and that kundalini get to rising, people start to get scared, and they get upset, and they say, oh, what is this Black man doing? You're supposed to either be twerking on Satan, okay, you're supposed to be acting like a woman, you're supposed to be dressing like a woman, you're supposed to be gay, or you're supposed to be apparently down low gay, where you are degrading a Black woman. Otherwise, what are you doing here? So I actually stand in support of him, not for the anti-Semitic comments. I do not stand against Jews at all. I think that any sector of a race can be bad, just like there's bad white people that are out there trafficking kids and doing disgusting things. There's probably bad Jews out there that ain't no good. So you know what I'm saying? It really, what you got to be careful of is labeling certain groups. You got to be careful of that, when you're speaking whatever you feel. And you can't say, oh, well, it was the Jews that did it, or you can't say, oh, it was necessarily the white people that did it, even though, there's been a lot of racism that has been rearing its ugly head for a while. But yeah, that's why his channel got deleted, because he refuses to go along with the gay agenda. I know personally, as a black woman, I am tired of seeing black men on here cooning. They not supposed to have no pride, because of course in the Bible it says that pride is a sin. Um, yeah, and you're not supposed to question your masters. And young Pharaoh questioned his masters. Now, another thing is the heavy and disproportionate attacks on the black woman. This is ultimately why the black man will always fail on YouTube. The many, many, many constant attacks on the black woman. That's a huge problem. I think that the problem was that black men turned a blind eye to the sisters that was on here suffering, their families being attacked, their sexuality being attacked, their livelihood being attacked, their spirit being attacked. So a lot of black men were too complacent in that and didn't speak about it enough, because the black woman could have protected you. They always say that black women get away with everything and we just this and that. And then somebody even made a video the other day saying that black women were causing division because we have been speaking out against this gay agenda, and then also this weird agenda to where, black men have basically been calling for genocide amongst black women. And we know that there have been many black women throughout the years that have been murdered by either men in their community or either the police. It's been all over the news. Okay, Sandra Bland, the young lady over there in Texas that was shot down in her house for doing absolutely nothing. Okay, there was another young lady that was actually involved in some drug trafficking, but there was another young lady a couple of years ago, back in 2019 in Texas, and I actually did an examination of the murder video. It should be on this channel. I can't think of her name right now, but there have been many. These black men have been in social media calling for the death and destruction of the black woman. And this has been very unfair. So a lot of you black men that want to have a voice, you're going to be denied that voice, because there's way too much hatred going on between the black woman and the black man on YouTube. You're not even allowed to show love for a black person on YouTube, or you'll get judged even by other black people. If you're going to show love to another black person, they have to be somebody who is a rich, famous person. Otherwise, if you show any kind of love or compassion for another black person on here, even black people will have a problem with it. So you can't be somebody that can keep it real. You can't come on here and say, I love you, my brother. You can't do that, because they're going to attack you in every way. So that's the current status quo on YouTube. That is the agenda. Also, it is an agenda to get black men turned out, buck broken. They're using a lot of different tactics, mind control tactics, witchcraft, all kind of stuff on black men and black women that look at that. If you're a black woman on YouTube, you're not even supposed to say what the hell is going on. You're not even supposed to say what's going on. You're supposed to just condemn all black men and say that they ain't shit. So it's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a black woman that shows any compassion or mercy for any black male, you are considered to be a mammy, and that's another racist term. So is coon or raccoon. A lot of racism going on, even amongst black people. So, that I believe that that's ultimately why I believe that his channel was targeted. Possibly because of the people that are in support of this Little Nas X video, which is all about transgenderism. It's all about the gay agenda. It's all about the black man being turned out, and him losing his masculinity, which is very scary to anybody that has half of a brain. No, of course, we don't want black men to use their masculinity against us, but we don't want to see your masculinity totally be taken from you. But you'll say that the black woman is trying to destroy you, even though there's a lot of good black women on here that are fighting for your right to be a man. Okay. I mean, the agenda is so strong that, they running around chasing you around about relationships that you had with people 20 something several years ago. If you are a black person that may have had some kind of sexual liaison with the same sex, maybe you were bi-curious whether or not you're male or female, that person is online putting you out there, or either trying to use shame tactics, even though you ain't like that, you may have just been curious. So the agenda is real, and it's very irritating to think of people trying to control your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions. It's very irritating. It's very, I ain't even gonna lie to you. It sucks ass. The environment on YouTube sometimes, the people that want to attack you because, you're not interested in living their wild, fake lifestyle. First of all, there is no fucking Satan. There is no devil. Satan or the devil is your mind. The Satan is your third eye open. That's what Satan is. The devil is a mythical creature created in the minds of Christians, which, we're not even going to go there. So a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of black people are afraid of that. They are afraid of that, especially with the religious agenda, because there's a religious agenda as well. And this is not a dig at LGBT people. It's all about stop trying to force that up on people that don't want to live that lifestyle. Stop trying to force it on people. And then you're gonna prove that somebody's gay, and then you're gonna say that, and you don't have the right to implant things. This information that they're putting in us, they're putting biological implants in us and trying to literally change our DNA in order to really phase people out of the world, which would ultimately end up, it would be like a long-term whatever killed the dinosaurs, only with humans, it would take the human to kill themselves. So that's exactly what's happening. And, we want to see music videos with black men that are not twerking and acting gay. We don't want to see that. It's not that we have anything against gay people. It's just that it would, I think that Christians really had an issue with it. But I think that what it was that it's that trauma of seeing a man be turned into a woman that is traumatizing. It tends to make women feel insecure. Now, I understand that there's a lot of men on this earth, and you don't understand or get the value in making sure that the women in your community feel secure. You don't get that. That's why your communities are torn up. That's why you're having the problems that you're having. And that's why you will continue to have the problems that you're going to have, because you don't understand why it was important to make sure that the divine feminine was taken care of. You didn't get the reason why. And so you said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take care of one or two, but then I'm going to come and try to create insecurity and instability for other women online that I don't even know. So y'all not understanding how the energy of paying that forward and being a better person to people, not body shaming people, releasing embarrassing photos of people. You should have known better than to do that. So we got a lot of fuckery on here that needs to be cleaned up. Because what's crazy is that young Pharaoh, a rich source of information that people may need to help them think, got shut down when a bunch of these foolish channels. So if you a black person on here, you better be talking about meeting up with somebody and beating them up. You better be talking about screwing somebody's man. You better be talking about taking somebody's man or being a hoe. If you're not down with that agenda, they don't want to. They don't want you to be seen or heard from. They don't want you to be seen or heard from because you just supposed to be cool. And you have officially, the black man and woman has been officially, you have officially been fetishized on YouTube officially. And many people don't. So they say, I don't see what the problem is. You know, big old teeth grinning, shining. And so, oh, I don't see what the problem is. Wait about 10 years. Wait till you grow up. Wait till you experience real life. Then you'll figure it out. You'll realize it. So, you know, that's just what it is. And if you a black person and you on that agenda, then be on that agenda. Quit trying to involve other people and quit trying to put your own personal spin. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out there that got a lot of problems that they want to put off on other people. And they got lifestyles that they don't want to live no more, that they don't know how to get the hell away from. Okay. And they kicking and screaming and acting a fool, cussing people out, yelling and screaming, fighting for the right to be a part of a lifestyle that you don't even agree with anymore. And you're not even having fun. You're not having fun. You're miserable. You were told that thing that you did was going to make things better and enrich your life, which it actually did. I can tell you that I have actually been involved in bisexuality, and it did nothing for my life. In fact, it just created hell and misery for me. It's something that I wish if I could go back and do it. It's the only regret. It's the only regret of my life is it was to have a bisexual lesbian experience. Okay. Okay. Young Pharaoh went after the elites. See, I wasn't watching his channel, so I wasn't really, I kind of felt that it was something going on. What in the world is it? Hold on. We see somebody is obviously down with the agenda. Okay. You give me a discount for a private, maybe halftime? Are you talking about a psychic reading? You may have to wait until I go back on sale and catch a sale, but that won't be for a while. So my readings are only $40 for 30 minutes and $80 for you may want to come in here when I'm doing readings. If you want a free reading, then I'd be glad to throw the cards for you the next time I'm live doing free readings, okay? Also, I put free readings up on the channel. What's your zodiac sign? You can go and get a free reading on the channel. It's not going to be the same as a private reading, but it's, it's still better than nothing, okay? All right. So, yeah, that's the reason why he got taken down, because if you're a black person on here, you have to have the foot on, you have to have the one of the agenda's foot on your neck. And if you are free and sovereign of that, you are going to be targeted, period. Period. Okay. It just is the reality of it. I believe pretty soon though the slaves is about to be set free, because we going on the 6-year anniversary. So it's about to be our anniversary, y'all. It's coming up. It's coming up sometime, coming up soon. I ain't gonna give y'all the anniversary date, but it's gonna be this where it's gonna be the point to the point where the slave masters is gonna have to free the slaves, and y'all gonna have to go out there and make it. Y'all gonna be like, wow, I just got freed. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? So a lot of people that have been under particular programs and certain agendas, y'all about to get set loose anyway, because they getting ready to move on to the next agenda that doesn't involve that. And they didn't want to let a good thing in, and it's already ended. Oh, you're Aries. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I put up a love video for Aries. Aries is one of the first people that I read for when I do my series of videos. So, yeah, there's all kind of free readings on this channel. And as soon as you get as soon as you win the mega bucks, then you can come and pay for a reading. you know. So that's just what it is. And whether or not you're 40 and you become rich, or 44 and become rich, actually I'm 43, whether or not you obtain your wealth in your 30s or 40s doesn't make it more or less. People that are down and out want to always remind you of when you weren't doing as good as you are, but you got to remind them, honey, I was happy even back then. So a lot of y'all black folks that are, especially y'all black folks that are in y'all 30s and 40s, and you are obtaining your wealth, you can't listen to people that for some reason they think, oh, well, if I wasn't born into money, I should never have it. So a lot of these people get upset and they say, ah, well, you a black person and you shouldn't be doing all that. Really? Wow. Even your own people. And that doesn't even make any sense. So, it's I think this is my thought process. You don't have to agree with this. Yes, I do agree that black people are sick. You got black men on here. Bro, you just got off Section 8. You this, you that, as if they know anything about your life. All that stuff is pointless. The point is that when a person comes into their power and their wealth in their 30s, what are you arguing about it for? They want to argue with you about it. It's preposterous. And a lot of these people need to get off of that low lying frequency, especially you black men. That ain't got nothing to do with no masculinity. Okay, that doesn't make you a masculine black woman trying to kick down. I'm sorry, that doesn't make you a masculine black man trying to kick down black women. And so a lot of y'all need to get that sickness up out of y'all. They sick. That's why a lot of us black women have made our money anyway, thank the goddess. Regardless to, they've been weaponizing black men. And I'm sorry, black women, let me tell y'all something. Y'all are the gods, man. Y'all are much stronger than these people and their weak agenda. You're much stronger than that, and you have to know that. And if you don't want to believe it by looking at this channel, then you can go and look at another channel if you're a black woman and you don't want to believe that. I know what the truth is. Okay. Oh yeah, black women, all races of women are doing pretty good, but I know for a fact that, black people, they tend to, have it going on. And they want to come on here and make you look like a welfare queen or something. It's totally disgusting. It's totally disgusting. So, but speaking back on young Pharaoh, um, white elites did not give black women permission. Black women have permission, and we have grace, and we have a birthright. So nobody has to, we black women, and what we do with our lives and what we do, we don't have to wait for permission from nobody. We don't, especially when we're doing the right thing, especially when we are doing what is right. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no, and I mean, only if you see a white person pretending that a black person has to have their permission, they're delusional. They're delusional and crazy, possibly. So, it makes no sense to me. I was getting ready to go live a little bit later because we celebrating already. I was gonna show y'all my new lake house. I'm about to move into a lake house. Mm-hmm. Sit right on the lake. I built the view of the lake is gonna be from my bedroom, baby. And it was mine to get it. Whether or not a man gave it to me or helped me with it does not matter. A real man that's about his salt don't have to feel as though a woman needed to bow down and depend on him. He's just used to seeing a woman that has something. So when I have people come visit me at my lake house, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you definitely belong here." Yeah. Yeah, well, and you know what? That does happen. That tends to happen. But you know what? If a person with a graduate degree was successful and the people around them were not successful, then that's not the black woman's fault just because you chose to buck dance and coon and shuck and jive. That ain't our fault. So no black person has to sit and hold herself back and hold herself up for you to feel like a man. None of that has ever made sense to me. And this is the reason why black women are rejecting these types of black men. They will never be coveted. A black woman would rather be alone or either possibly date outside her race than to be with a racially motivated, depreciating man like that. Because they real low life did. And if they see you with something, they want to come mess it up. The low lifed ones, the ones that have something in life and they understand that a woman is an empress, they not gonna have no problem with it. They gonna congratulate you. They gonna sip champagne with you and say, "Wow, you did that." But a black man flailing around trying to, you are not considered to be a man. In fact, people sometimes believe that there's a woman guiding you. And honestly, guys, can I tell women something? Real women don't get jealous of each other. Some of these so-called women that are supposed to be jealous of other women for what they have or how they look or whatever reason they're jealous, those really are not real women. Women typically don't have that issue with each other. Every now and then it may be a case of that. And then especially it depends on the masculine energy around them. Because sometimes these men will be playing women against each other. And it's like, I guess it is what it is. But I think it's preposterous for young Pharaoh's channel to be gone when we got, oh my God, they took down young Pharaoh, but not Tommy Sotomayor. Yuck. But they like Tommy Sotomayor because he gives them a focal point of he's the epitome of a male black loser. He's a loser. If Tommy Sotomayor had $10 million, he would still be a loser. So the amount of money that you make don't matter. He might as well just go out there and sell crack to the community. He's already poisoning his own people as well as his own children. So, and I think that is totally preposterous. Okay. So y'all do the math and think about the other stuff from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I need to throw, okay, I'm gonna throw this lighter away. These two lighters need to go in the trash. They're driving me crazy. Keep picking them up. So, and I'm not down with that agenda. It's not to say that I have to go, and I'm subscribed to some people that are transgender. I actually kind of like their personalities sometimes. I'm actually sub to some gay people on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually sub to some of the people. Um, they they took young Pharaoh down, but they leave. What's that man name? He is horrible for the black community. I mean, I would want that channel to be banned at my IP address so that nobody at my IP address can look at that channel. Because he is the epitome of a black male loser. If you come out here and you act like a loser, and you act like a monster, and you act like an animal, and you coon and your buck broken for them, then they will accept you. If you are a masculine man that speaks up to what is right for the community, you are going to get targeted because they don't want to see black men doing things like that. They don't, because then you become a problem. You're being too positive for the community. Why y'all think they blacklisted me? If I would have came on here and said, so black people, what we got to do is sacrifice our babies, people would be all ears. Ooh, this is some ancient knowledge. Ooh, we're going to do some child sacrifice. See, because I don't talk like that, and because I'm an actual light worker and a being of the light, that's why I've been targeted. That's why the people that support me, I thank you a lot. I thank you for your bravery. I thank you for sticking by me and being loyal to me and believing in me. Okay. And that's not to say that I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at people that don't believe in me. And maybe it's perhaps because you don't believe in yourself, though, for real. For you to sit up here and make a big deal about what somebody's salary is and what they make and what they don't have and whether or not they doing this or that made yourself look bad. So, why would somebody need to worry about that? But right now, I will tell you that the end of a cycle is coming. Okay, and we are going to be coming up on the 6th year. Okay, a lot of this stuff started in 2015. Okay, we're coming up on the 6th year in a row. There's going to be many, many changes and things happening. And these people that rode, that broke, low frequency gravy train, the people that actually tried to make money at doing stuff like that, y'all going to be in a precarious situation, period. The people that were straight and told the truth, and yeah, the fact that these people tried to use a black woman's nude body against her, yeah, go and flip open the cover of a National Geographic magazine and tell me what you gonna do to some more black people and what you planning on doing to some more black people and our children and our businesses. Go ahead and tell me what you gonna do, honey, or what you think you gonna do. Okay, because they was on a hell of an agenda against brown people and their children. Period. And y'all supposed to be looking out for each other's households. You supposed to be neighborly. When somebody's your neighbor, you supposed to be there for them. You're not supposed to join in. Okay, so a lot of people have truly been demonically possessed. And I believe that young Pharaoh made some mistakes. I think that what he said, definitely, even though I didn't hear it, it could have possibly been very hurt to people in the Jewish community. Okay. And I think that that sometimes happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be making any judgments on that because again, I wasn't watching them. But I can tell you that I think that it was, I do believe that young Pharaoh has been getting targeted for quite some time. He was targeted for takedown years ago when he had gotten some trumped up fake charges against him, and people trying to put charges against him. Okay, young Pharaoh actually went through what some people have went through to where they end up with some black magic fake criminal charges against you where the person ain't really got nothing on you and it's a lie, but you facing charges 10, 20 years in prison for something that you didn't do. So, they want to come out and make fun and say, oh, black people say I ain't do nothing. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. My spirits, the way that they work, if somebody was manipulating you, that's just like somebody walk in your house and try to kill you and say that you shouldn't have used the stand your ground law on them. And for some reason, I guess they thought that they were going to rape and pillage the black community and black females and black households. And their evidence of doing this and why they had the right to do it was because of black women that may have been in the news for committing a crime. But what about the black women that would never commit a crime in their community? What about those? Okay, so really, to be honest with you, the war is over. It's over. The chips are gonna fall where they gonna fall. It's already been written in the sky, and it ain't a damn thing that any of them can do about it. Am I lying about this? Has my spirits not proven that over and over again? Regardless if you admit it or not. And I don't need no cosigner on that either. I don't need somebody co-signing me on what I'm saying. Okay, and so a lot of people can't stand me. They'll say, oh, you're too strong. Oh, you be saying this and saying that. Well, you know what? Fine. The reason why you don't like me is probably because you had an agenda against me and you're mad and angry because your agenda is no longer working. Okay. So, all these bootlicking coons, get ready. Cones, you do cones. All these bootlicking coons, spirit is coming for you. Okay. And hating another black person ain't gonna save you. That's not gonna save you. You're gonna have to, in fact, you should have did the complete opposite. You should have done the complete opposite, which would have been the right thing. So some of y'all need to go watch that movie by Spike Lee, the Spike Lee joint, Do the Right Thing. We done lost sight of who we are completely. A lot of people has as a whole, as a community. Okay, and if it's gonna turn into everywhere you go and look, if the LGBT community is gonna produce an environment to where as a black person you're not going to be heard unless you talking about twerking on another man's Johnson, then that's a serious problem because there are straight men out there that are not on the gay agenda. They're not on that. And they have the right just as much as anybody else to be on YouTube. They have the right. Okay. And then also black men that aren't gay, they belong, they have the right if they want to go and make movies in Hollywood, they have the right to. Why do they have to involve themselves in their sex magic orgies and their weirdness. Y'all saw Ice Cube. Ice Cube got his own movie company. So that's how black people are supposed to be moving, not bowing down, licking boots, and doing anything that you can to get an upvote on your channels. Just because somebody said we'll thumbs you up for dogging out a black person, you should have known better as a man. And I ain't gonna never agree. I'm not gonna ever quit running my mouth. I'm not gonna ever change my stance on that. And I don't care about what you think of me. Kevin Samuels, that's fine. I can die alone. Because really, Kevin Samuels, he just want to come out and hate on women because he want all the men's for himself. And that's a shame that women have to come out in social media or go out in the real world and be attacked by other men. Okay, then also there's a lot of women that are in an outrage about men competing in women's sports. Makes no sense. So it's always, why are men so focused on competing with women almost to where they're wearing pin curls, braids in their hair, and they want to be a woman? You didn't think that was kind of strange when you began to do it? And I'm a spiritualist. I believe in all kind of stuff. But I also believe in possession. And I believe in harmful possession. Okay, and if you're doing harm to others as you make your progression in life, there is a problem. Okay. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say. I'll see y'all later. Get that thumbs up, subscribe. We do readings on this channel, but this that I'm talking about is very relevant spiritually. And no, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut about it. No, I don't want no man that's gay and twerking and on the DL and all that weirdness. I don't want that. No, I don't want to sleep with women. No, I don't. So why is it being forced upon us? Because black people are being subjugated and black people are absolutely being fetishized. And I refuse to allow it to happen to me anymore. That crap is done. So people can sit around like circus show freaks having some fantasy about a black woman or a black man being stripped of their pride and self-respect and raped and violated. I don't think so. Nah, no. I know what real love is. I've actually made love before, so I don't know what that other stuff is. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love.